What's up, everybody?
What is up, everybody? Yes, getting on those art bro grooves again, man.
Yes, the vibes. It's been only a week, but it feels like two because I had a big closeout on my Star Circuit last week or over the weekend. So it feels like forever for me, and that's only because I was doing shots to get my funds on Star Circuit up, and Sunday I was just wrecked. I was beyond wrecked. Took actually 2 days to recover from that night.
Wow! So what were you taking shots of? Your box wine?
Yeah, I killed all the whiskey in my house. That's what I did. So hail everybody! This is Art Bros 37. We've got two great guests. Maybe we can go through the chat, Jeremy. You want to run through the chat and see who's here?
Yes, guys, welcome, man. Who do we has in? We have Darren Wagner. Hello, sir. You making your rounds? Mo Biggs, welcome, sir. Always glad to have you around. We got Billy Basco. What's up, Billy? Love you, man. Thanks for showing up. Matthew Fowler, thank you very much for showing up. And Coleman, hello there.
Ooh, Coleman. I'm glad you showed up, man. Because
hello.
We were trying to get you solved on my closeout. He was having an issue getting backed. So I'm glad you're here.
And Nefarious, we're glad you're here as you're streaming at the same time, I hear. So thank you.
Maybe he's got us in the background. One ear he's got us, and the other ear he's got his stream.
All right. Well, guys, it looks like it's what we got in today. So thank you all for showing. Riverbend Bear, sorry, Riverbend Bear.
How are you gonna miss Riverbend Bear?
I didn't mean to.
Crack Pack.
Crack Pack
is here.
Oh, he is here.
In force. Crack Pack in force here. So I'm glad everyone's up in here. We're gonna get going because we usually go to 8:30, but we've got some pressing other appointments for some of the guests. So I'm gonna get into it as quickly as possible this time. Our first guest is he's getting very kind of famous within CG now. He's recently been picked up by All Caps with EVS, and he's got not one but two books on his new campaign, I believe, if you get the big tier perk. But that is LUMINA VHOX at the awesome creator Jose Garcia. What's up, Jose?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hello.
Doing great.
Oh, I'm held a crack pack.
You got a crack pack here.
Yeah, man. I was at Mark Poulton's like about maybe 2 hours ago, and I couldn't bring myself to bring the crack pack, the crack talk with the moral contest, you know.
Yeah, I can't do it.
It didn't felt right. Talking about crack.
Does that work? Can you do that? Like use the moral compass to navigate that?
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe on DMs because I don't want to. I don't want to shame him, embarrass him with all this crack talk.
I don't think he's embarrassable.
No, but he's a straight shooter, like we were talking about before in the behind the scenes. So, D just showed up. D Hausner, what's going on?
What's up, D? How you doing?
What's up, D?
So let's intro the other guests before we get too far in. This next comic, Justice City Chronicles, is done by two great creators. One I know from God's Hand. Is that God's Hand? That's right. And
because he slapped us all around, you know.
Right. He's always slapping us around in CG with the great art. So we got Figaro's here with Marcus as well from Justice City Chronicles.
What's going on, guys?
Hey guys, I was enthralled by the crack talk. I got nervous. I started shaking back here, brought me back to my days. Jesus, man. I just sent my wife out. Look, go get us some crack.
It always comes back to the crack.
Yeah, sometimes it does.
More like that Magic the Gathering crack.
Yeah.
So I want to present several questions tonight that we can get to the heart of, because I know some of what you guys do as far as the projects go, but I want to know a little bit of behind the scenes, behind your motivations from the projects, because I think that's what most people maybe they don't get right away, and I think that's what people like to hear. And we can build up some sort of what's the best word, rapport with your readers. That way, we can get personal. So Jeremy's got a screen up already. Let's hold off on that for just a second. I want to go around and get everybody's take on maybe their intro into comic books. I want their intro into not necessarily creating, but just where did the love of comics stem from?
How many thumbs did you have to break to get here?
Right.
It was all toes, my man. It was all
Oh, that's hilarious. What show did they have to get a toe? No, that was Big Lebowski. Oh, I can get a toe, bro. I can get a toe. Forgot about that. Okay, so and it's up to anybody's grab on this question.
Marcus has a great origin. So does Jose. So does Jose. I'm sorry. I get them mixed up. They're both. Wait, you guys are both Mexicans.
Well, why don't
I get
you
them both
start?
mixed up.
Why don't you start since you threw everybody out first?
All right. So what started me with the love of comics for me is all about theft, right? So I don't know if it was stealing or comics. Well, it was one or the other. You know what I mean? But I was like 10 years old, and we decided to go and procure some reading material. We couldn't make it to a comic book shop, but they had this 7-Eleven, and they had these little spinner racks in there. And we didn't have a lot of money, so we just, God doesn't mind sometimes when you take a loaner. So we took some loaners and started taking them and brought them home, started drawing, started copying, see who could copy the best. And it just becomes one of those things where I think it's in you, man, already. And when you get to it, you look at it and there's something about it. You know what I mean? Whether it's, because not everybody has the same feeling towards comics. You know what I mean?
It wasn't even reading right away. It was like immediately you love the art and you wanted
100%. 100%. We took it home. Like I said, when I came in, you had McFarlane was on the Hulk, Jim Lee was on Punisher War Journal, Silvestri was on X-Men. And so you kind of, they were putting out the X-Men classics with the Art Adams covers and stuff like that. Bob Layton was on Iron Man. And so this was a really good time to get into comics. You had all these guys that were coming up and they were doing these great things. And so the art was just, it was moving to that next level. Jim Lee was coming into his own. Like I said, McFarlane was coming into his own. Silvestri's coming into his own. And these guys changed the industry. I mean, they changed, the whole thing. So me being already, geared into that, it definitely spoke to me. And so, from there you start reading it and then you fall, you fall in love with these characters. But I think whether you're an artist, whether you're a writer, whether you're just a consumer of it, I think it's just already there. And I think once you hit it, man, and you see it, it. It's just like crack. Once you smoke crack, it's it, bro. It's on. You know what I mean? It's done.
You're preaching to the choir here. I think we got the crack here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I think I agree because something about it. You're right. There's something in you that is corresponding to what you're seeing. You're drawn to it for a reason. But what about you, Marcus? You in about the same boat? What's your origin? I hear you got a crazy origin.
Crazy origin, same talking shit. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, my dad started bringing home long boxes of comics, I guess, from work. Places that were closed down, he'd snatch them up and bring them home, and that was my introduction to him. Maybe 8 or 9 years old, just going through all these different books, annuals, and randomness. And then, I guess once he realized I was into it, he'd take me to the store and pick out whatever I wanted. It was just, it was like crack. Because then it was like, oh, I want one of everything. You know what I mean? But that just, by the time I got to high school, it was like the height of like Image was popping off, Jim Lee, McFarlane, like all these creators. And that's what like solidified it for me.
Yeah. I'm a little bit younger than you guys. So like it was a little bit before me. So besides that, I also had a overbearing set of parents. So I didn't get out there too much with it. But if I did, I would be in the same boat. I would be drawn instantly to it because that's what happened later on for me. But I agree. I think that's like if the first comics you're seeing are from Silvestri and Lee and the great 90s style guys, it's probably not even close to like the feeling of something else. It's like euphoric to see this stuff. So Jose, you're the one that you're probably got the most unique origin. What's up with yours?
Well, I'll try to keep it on the on the same crack talk. So we got some residual crack here here in Mexico. So we didn't actually have the comic book stores or stuff. So we have like kind of scatter issues here and there on the on the newsstands, and we used to have like these comics like we were in the like keeping with the times. We got here like all that crack, all that pages like 10 years later, so it was already seasoned, so we had like this my introduction to comics wasn't like floppies, it was like trade paperbacks. So they already have like compiled these big stories, and my first ones were The Death of Superman and the Nightfall. So I was into this when I was like growing up. I had this really greedy entrance to 90s comic. Like everyone, I remember Batman Azrael was like super violent and kicking the shit out of all the villains.
Yeah.
And we have like my first introduction to Batman was him being broken by Bane, and my first introduction to Superman was him being killed by a beat down. And my first introduction to Green Lantern was him killing all of the Lantern Corps. So
dude, that's legit.
We had that here in Mexico. That's how we got into that, and we have like very violent anime going on, like Saint Seiya, and we even have like Dragon Ball Uncut. So yeah, I was hearing about Anthony here. Hearing about stealing comics, so that's a thing for me too.
I knew I liked you for some reason.
It's the same with me, except I was stealing from my friends, which is arguably not that cool. But when you're addicted to crack, it's
that's the way to go.
All's fair in love and crack, bro.
That's right. That's correct. Get that on a shirt.
Man, my first introduction to stealing comics was actually very embarrassing because I was the first thing the first time I went to a Comic-Con here in Mexico. I stole like a Predator book, and nobody noticed. But after that, I kind of got the taste of it. So there were the artists with the original art, and I didn't know who these guys were, but their drawings were cool. Mm-hmm. And they have like these original pages, like just there, hanging with little clippers on them, so everyone could see them. Me and my brother had the fantastic idea to try to steal an original art piece, and it results that the table we were stealing from was. Francisco Paco Medina. Francisco Medina, he's an artist from Marvel. He was at the side of Humberto Ramos, and at the side it was Francisco Herrera, and and we got caught trying to steal this piece, and we got pretty shamed in front of everyone and in front of our future peers. So that was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, that sucks, but it probably taught you a lesson right up front. Before we move to Jeremy, because I want to hear Jeremy's origin as well, because he doesn't talk about this very much. But we got a couple new people in the chat. Frog G showed up immediately and started working.
Yes,
clocked in.
But let me say something real quick for everyone to know is that both me, Frog G, and Mo have been trying to pop the links there in the chats. Google's moderator team keeps deleting them, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Really?
We're trying to get your links in there, guys, but they keep removing it.
They think we're selling crack.
Yeah, because we're trying to sell crack on the streets here. The crack.
It's hard out here for a pimp, man.
Are you able to put the links in the description? They
are in the description.
Okay. Guys, if you all do want to check out these projects and the links, do check the video description to get there. We'll try to figure out what's going on with these links getting taken off. But anyway.
Yes. I want to, I saw Black Rose hashtagging Guinness Gang. I'm like, who is, what are you, half Irish? What is this? I'm trying to figure out where that came from. I'll go back and skim later, but we've got Lord Kraken in the house. We love this guy. I'm glad he's
Hey,
here.
that's what's happening, brother. Speaking of crack,
Yeah.
The Crack
Hey,
Lord.
You just gotta go call, and he comes.
that's old Billy, man. I love Billy.
I know, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Billy
sir.
for sure. And Oliver's here as well. Good to see you, man. That
That was Joe. It was Joe.
That was me, man.
that's hilarious. So 24 Eyes just showed up too. Awesome. Good to see you.
Oh, Billy wants a wrench.
He wants a wrench.
Yeah,
I can do that for him.
I think he deserves one. Like I said, guys, I don't know how the links are going to stay up. So thanks, but we'll try.
Jen, while I get him a wrench, can you give us a little bit of your backstory? You know what I mean?
My backstory is
no, with the comic book, like
yeah. That's where I'm going at, Joe. He's like, oh God, here we go.
I get them open-ended questions aren't good.
I'm getting into comic books here recently, seriously, because of all of you guys. I came into this group with a JRPG video game that I've been making for most of my life, and finally got the thing out there and pushing it out as far as the prototype, and that's where I started meeting everybody here. And I'm an artist. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design, so I'm more coming at the creative process from the art side, which made comic books so much more easy for me to kind of look at and go, I could actually dive into this and learn a lot and get a lot of self-worth out of this and a lot of like just experience and great company. So when, games, they have their thing, you didn't really hit at a $68,000 crowdfunding goal. So kind of go back and go, I could tell the story in a comic book. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm trying. And we'll see how that volume 1 comes out.
Heck yeah.
There you go.
I'm glad you're in the scene too, Jeremy.
Oh yeah, I mean I am too. Comic books aren't lost on me. I just was never a big collector, if you would. I played tabletop RPGs when I was a kid and card games, and that was at the local comic book store that I would bicycle my way up to all the time, and sell drawings of kids' D&D characters for like breadstick money from Little Caesars, next door. So yeah.
Did everybody just freeze out, or is it just me?
I don't know.
Maybe just you.
You didn't see it freeze on this end.
Okay. Yeah, it was frozen on mine. I clicked add moderator for Billy, and everything froze.
Billy, God damn it,
Man.
I knew it was a virus. I knew it was a Billy virus. Infecting us all.
Yeah, Frog G, that's what I was saying. Google keeps deleting all of our links. So as much as all of us want to be a wrench and help these guys out, Google is
That's for sure. So before we get too late in the game, I want to start with your guys' book, Justice City Chronicles, because I know you guys got different appointments coming up, and we want to make sure we get all the questions we can out of you for this book. So I'm going to bring up Jeremy's page that he's got up. You got the audio ready? Good.
Yep.
Good.
And you guys just tell me how to scroll down. Let me know when. I don't want to jump around. So, y'all just let me. But we got Justice Chronicles Volume 1.
City Chronicles. Yes.
City Chronicles, yes.
So, Marcus, you are the writer, am I right?
Correct.
Okay, I didn't know if you were just like hanging out. You're like a hype man.
Right.
Who knows?
Right. He's a hype man.
I'm the hype man.
Well, I'm glad we got you here. I know Anthony mentioned it, but he didn't intro you in as the writer. So I was like, maybe it's just a good friend.
That's what I'm saying, bring him along, make him, I don't want to give him too much. His head swells, you know what I'm saying? And
Listen, I've actually been on live streams where, where he's late and I show up and they're like, oh, who's this? Like they have no idea I'm coming. And I'm like, the writer. And they're like, oh, okay. And then he shows up and it's like, oh, hey, Anthony's here. I'm like,
come on, it's not like that, bro. Come on.
Okay, CG's bringing back the superstar artist, and I think that's maybe why. But writers here, man, we can tell right away. After the first read, obviously, we can tell where your chops are at and your experience. But I'm thinking just from the look of this book, I'm excited for what you're about to bring to the table because everything I've seen, I know this seems like a team book, right? Am I right about that?
The book itself?
Yes. I just see a lot of characters.
I would call it more an ensemble than a team.
Okay, so maybe give us a little elevator pitch, Marcus. Maybe you're the best one for that, unless Anthony's surprisingly better at it.
Okay, actually, Anthony really is very good at it. However, since we're pressed for time, I will give you the short version.
Sure.
Justice City Chronicles follows our main character, who's right there in the middle with the snazzy jacket. That's Nero. He's about to graduate from the Garrison, which is the Praetorian Academy. It's like their superhero academy, Xavier School, that kind of thing. So it follows him through the last day of his time there. Catches you up with his relationship to his father, who's the gray-haired fellow next to him, and his older brother. All while this is going, there's some political shenanigans going on behind the scenes, and Nero's basically sent on his first mission as a graduate, where that all goes horribly wrong, and that basically is the beginning of the bigger arc to the series.
So this has got like a very this is kind of a lot of anime manga stuff, like just have them in school or an academy of some kind, you know what I mean? And then they actually have to get tested from there. So it's weird to get a little bit of that concept in there.
That's interesting. Yeah, I never thought about that, but it's.
I never thought about it that way either.
No,
I know you guys are.
Go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna say you guys are very. You can tell the style, I think the attitude that I get from the book and the books that I've seen from you guys, at least from Anthony anyway, that they're more American style, and that's why I wanted to bring that manga approach, because it's like to a lot of the weebs in the chat, dare I say it, they might be drawn to the book because of that, that setup. They might be, don't be fooled. This might be a book for you. I think that, I don't know, when you say that, I think about it, and I think I know it wasn't intentional, but I think what happened maybe is because I'm thinking about these stories and how they set up. I think when you set up a story and you go into the traditional hero's journey, I think those stories lend themselves to that. I think a lot of the anime sets itself up like this, because if you look at like Star Wars and you look at that setup, you know what I mean? Like you have this kid and he's on this farm and he's being raised by these two people, and these people, it can easily be, I think a lot of anime does that. I think it's a lot of hero's journey. If you look at Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, things like this, it's all, essentially it's about the growth of a character. But and I love this about anime, and I'm going to steal this from you, Joe, and I'm going to start telling people that, we intended to do this. But good idea
to tell this story, about this character Nero, but who he is has everything to do with the people he interacts with and the relationships he has around him. That's the whole, at the core of it, you're trying to foil off, because Nero's whole thing is when he's a kid, he's found by Colton Finn, who is the hero of the previous war, and he adopts him, right? And so the story, part of the drive of the story is Nero trying to prove himself, his work, that he is worthy to be his father's son. And so he trains to become a legendary Praetorian. And like Marcus was saying, on the first mission, like it's a typical mission, they get shot down, and it's an assassination plot and all hell breaks loose. But at the core of it, what it's about is, can he rise to this occasion and become the legendary warrior, or will he succumb to his internal fear of, he's just that lost boy lost amongst the trash who's going to fail, and everyone he loves is going to die in this war that's coming. You know what I mean? But again, you reflect that off of all these relationships he has with his father, with his brother, with his teacher, with Justice City itself. And I think that's definitely, like I said, I'm going to steal that, Joe, and tell people.
I'm glad I mentioned it, because I think like it's the hardest part about selling a book or getting people to check it out is that intro. And 100%. And if that opens up some angles for different people, I'll definitely use it. So here you're doing the artwork. Is that up to colors or with colors? So you're doing both?
I'm just doing the artwork. We got a colorist, a cool letterist, or letterer, or however you want to say it.
Yeah, I don't know what the proper.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not very proper.
Scribe.
So, okay. Yeah, you got to be a properist to to appreciate that I'm not a properist. I'm an improper person. Anyway, so yeah, well, I'm doing the pencils. I brought in Dreaded Dinosaur, Eric Hodges, to do the digital inks for me, and we have a really good colorist coming on board, and it'll be good, man.
Nice.
Good.
I'm stoked about it because it's actually, I want to see, it's almost like I want to see more. Because that's what you always want because you're interested. But I like the style because your style is a little bit. It's like a little bit Joe Mad, a little bit.
What we're doing is the stuff you're seeing right now is definitely totally Joe Mad inspired. So the stuff you're looking at right now is originally me and Marcus launched Justice City Chronicles back in 2005 through Ape Entertainment, right? And so which was run by Brent Irwin, and we did an omnibus, and then Marcus started liking it. And it's a whole backstory. I don't have time for it, but then Marcus didn't like the way the book looked, so much so that he decided to go form his own studio called Lightning Age Studio and redo the book in full color the way he wanted it done, right? And so that was released in 2005. That story will be in this book, but we've completely remastered that story, complete from scratch. Cool. And then what happened was the book came out in October, and on my end, Katrina had hit in August, and kind of totally sidetracked me for like, I don't know, a decade. So, in the meantime, we were trying to get this thing back on track, and we just never could do it. But we actually did about 20 pages, and we drawn and everything like this. And so Mark, when I did God's Hand and everything went well, Marcus came back, and I was like, look, man, let's make a run at this. Let's do this. And we looked at it, and he said, I think I can make this work, man. And he remastered those pages, and he had them colored and re-inked and stuff, man. And they came out, they looked good. I mean, they looked good. And so he said, well, let's take that and we'll put that in there as homage to the original story. And then we'll put in like an additional 30 to 40 new pages, and we'll just make we'll launch it the way we really want to launch it, man. And so that's what you wind up.
That's awesome. It means you got a strong foundation. And one that history, it gives you time to think over it. And
it does.
A lot of the mistakes that maybe could come up from a short-term project get ironed out easier. That just happen.
100%, Joe. 100%.
So I'm glad you're bringing this to us because otherwise it would be something we wouldn't see. And so that's something I like from the Wolf Pack. Before we move on, I'll address a couple things in the chat. Mostly we got some new people. Happy Jam. Jeremy Burtz is here. We also have like funny little links from Frog G because we're still getting Google and YouTube's pulling some craziness on us.
Thanks for tagging it, Frog G. You a soldier, dude. Yes.
So funny. Anyway, I'm glad that we have such a good chat to like really, emphasize the wrongdoings of YouTube right now.
Guys, if you want to check out Justice City Chronicles Volume 1 on Indiegogo, check the description in the videos. Joe said there should be a link there, so follow along with us if you want to. That also should go for Lumina VHOX as well. So once we get Garcia up here, please open up a tab and follow along with us.
My next couple questions are kind of split because now that we have the writer and artist here, I want maybe each of your takes on what is your individual opinion on what the strong suit for this book is. Like, what is your favorite part of this book as a writer, and then separately as an artist?
Just real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Just as someone just looking at all this and stuff, the costume design, the like a lot of the details and the character designs itself, it ties itself together really nicely. Just bravo, well done. I really like a lot of this. Yes,
thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that, brother.
Joe and me have a soft spot for Robot Knights. So
that's right. And eventually,
let me take total credit for that.
I said we have this idea of eventually giving the Art Bros stamp of approval, and one day I'll actually make the stamp. And when you have it, then you can go around proudly, showing CG. But now that kind of makes it seem pretentious, but that's still it's just a fun thing.
Fuck it, Joe. Dude. I would rock it, Joe. Fuck it. Look, Joe said this was good. Fuck you. How about that?
Hey, don't think it's good? Joe said it's good. Joey the Lips. All right,
exactly. Joey the Lips fucking did it. Fuck you.
So either one of you, maybe give your take on what's your favorite part of making this book, or even any part of the book. What's your favorite part?
Mark, you're above me right now, so you go ahead, man.
Favorite part about making it, I mean,
working with me.
Oh yeah.
It could be making it, could be just the book itself, the content. Your favorite part about the content or the story, whatever. In general, what makes you wake up every morning and is like, I can't wait to work on this?
Working with this guy, right?
Now, you know what? It's just been such a long time coming. In getting this story out. I don't know, I mean, like for a while there, it was like I was working on God's Hand, and I was kind of like, I want to get back into this. I want to do something. And my instinct was, I have a story that ties into God's Hand, and it would fit that really well. Maybe I could get into that. And he brought Justice City up, and he's like, why don't we revisit this? And I was kind of like, I've already been here. I kind of put it away. But now I'm so into it because there's so much more stuff that I want to do with it, and so many more characters. And I'm just like, I'll be honest, I can't wait to get this book shipped and done and over with, because I'm so eager to get into like the next portion of the story and like introduce more stuff. I don't know. I don't know if that answers your question, but
no, I think it does. I mean, it means that you have scope. I think maybe the scope is what your answer is. You think the story is. Well, it's going to develop into something even grander than what we're seeing right now.
Well,
yeah, definitely for sure.
I'm sure it's taken its maturity since Hurricane Katrina to here. So, like, just as a story, the way it comes off, where you guys were back then, to be forced to come to this position and get it back up. Are you happy with what's come out, or would have rather gone back to what you had?
No, I'm personally, I'm much more happier where this is now. I mean, obviously, you're talking, I'm in my mid-20s at the time writing this. And the original go-around to write this was like basically like, hey, we have a 12-page slot in the anthology. And I was like, all right, well, I had a lot of these characters and kind of like the world kind of built in my head. And I was like, I threw the story together real quick. I'm like, this works perfect. Got it out. And then I was, like Anthony said, I was unhappy with the quality of the book itself. And I was like, you know what? I got more stuff I could do with this. Now it's to the point where it's like going back. It's like I didn't change what existed previously a ton, but we've really changed where it's going from where it was originally plotted to go.
Now, is that a big tattoo on that guy's back, or is that a energy kind of marking or something? Or is that a spoiler?
It's both.
Okay.
I was about to say, could you make a giant temporary tattoo?
I was thinking, hey, you could do, Joe, we could actually do a black tattoo like that, and then use a software to use that black tattoo as a digital stamp, and we can add graphics. That way you look at it on your phone and the tattoo animates.
That would be cool. I brought it up also because Ryan Cardinal's in the chat, and he's also a talented tattoo artist.
Big Ryan.
We opened up the show with crack, but look at the color job on these buns, dude. Look at that. look at that, dude.
That is a hell of a crack.
It does. You see how that tattoo? You see how that tattoo just draws you right down.
Yeah, it just points right down to the Kardashian badonkadonk.
Yeah, it is, dog. We're trying to break CG with this thing, bro.
Dude,
you can eat your breakfast on the back of that.
That's a weapon, yes. Massive destruction there. I love the style. So maybe let's get to Anthony's. What's your take on your favorite part of this book?
The soap is cool. I think that my favorite part of the book is and Marcus has been. I usually don't like to say nice things about Marcus, but he basically was very generous. And let me help, kind of come in and say, look, once he figured out, I saw what he was looking at. Like when we first designed a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? We were, it was one of those things where he would be explaining something to me, and I would go, "Oh, you mean like this?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about." And so once we hit like that, then it was like, okay, he trusted me that I saw it the same way he saw it. So I would come up with these ideas, and I go, "Well, what if we add this, this, and this?" And he's like, "Yeah, exactly. Let's do that. Let's move this over here." And so, for me, what I love about this story in particular is that essentially we are developing the world ourselves. Everything is from scratch. So the architecture, the outfits, the weaponry, the vehicles, I mean, everything. And so I love world building. So the idea that I can go in and start building this stuff, and it's like, and it's been fun because it's, going back through the stuff that we did, and you'll catch yourself. I caught myself doing this a few times where we're going back with the older designs, and I'm doing it and I'm going, okay, and I'm like, well, why do I have to draw it this way? Because I drew it like this, 15 years ago, I'm like, well, let me update this. Let me change this. Let me add that. Because the mechs that we had, the knight mechs we had a basic design. Now, I stayed with the basic design, but over the years, I was like, man, there's no markings on them. We don't, so I went in and we added the gold stripes on them, gold stripes on the helmets. You know what I'm saying? We made the face plates a little bit more pronounced, a little bit different, stuff like this, and went in and said, what could we do? What could we add that we think today that our sensibilities are a little bit more mature? What can we add today? And so we went in and we did that. So that felt good too, to take something that, again, had a solid base. Everything was good in that form. But then say, okay, now that we're pulling it forwards, what would I do different if we could go back and redo this stuff? Because we're not, even though we have the concept down, we're not locked into anything. And it was like, cool. So let's take this and start to really flesh it out and really move it outwards. And I love world building. So the idea that I get to go in here and really world build, and Marcus is cool enough to basically be like, as long as I'm in I adhere to the physics of the world, he lets me, basically just go to fucking town. So I get to kind of fucking start adding shit and doing stuff. And it's like, and I enjoy that. I really do.
So you definitely came to the right spot. Me and Jeremy live on world building.
I love world building.
And we probably should even do just streams. Just breaking down some world buildings.
I'm an artist because I world build. I'm not the other way around, and like, I'm a creator to build worlds. I'm not a creator to be an artist or to be, rich or anything. It's just natural to world build, So that's what we do, man.
That's what we like here. Yeah.
World building is definitely my crack. I will tell you this. I can get high off of talking about world building.
Speaking of crack, Mobig says, says that crack is a Scooby-Doo snack for the whack pack. No, I said that really bright and energy, but it's kind of creepy at the same time.
Clip that,
everyone. Not My Monkeys is here. Thank you for showing up, and also Resistance Publishing, which also likes your designs on the cover.
Thank you, brother.
Yes.
Good to have all you here. We've got Jose in the background. I just want to include him real quick and just maybe get his take on your book. Sometimes I like to do this. Jose, you there? What is your take on Justice City Chronicles?
Man, I love the colors on the cover. That's really awesome, and I really love the updated designs. They're super cool, man. Kind of remind me a little bit of, I'm into Warhammer 40K, so that gives me some vibes, and I really love it, man. The colors, everything, the energy. This is the kind of comics I want to read when I was growing up. Like, these really both dudes kind of beating the shit out of each other for crack or some stuff. But no, man. But seriously, I really love this project. I really love how it's going. I really love to see the old stuff too, because it shows how much you have grown as an artist. So
right.
I think that. I read a lot of manga and stuff, so I really love when you compare issue 1 to the latest issue. I love to see how the big jump on style, so I really appreciate that.
It is cool to see.
Thank you, Jose. It means a lot, bro. Appreciate it.
And Mo Biggs thinks I don't know what the whack pack is. Now, I'm just using context clues to figure this out.
Context clues. Holy shit.
I mean? Clues no, we were just talking about Joe being a straight shooter.
Yeah. I've always been a straight shooter, man. At least I try to be.
Except when he gets that tattoo.
Right. So So let's see. Let's go through some perks, some extras. Let's go back up to the perks, Jeremy, if you would.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you guys point out a couple perks that really are your bread and butter, or maybe one that you think is one we should look at?
Obviously, the featured perk, the God's Justice perk, because you get in both Justice City and God's Hand if you didn't pick that up the first time around, and you get one of our snazzy metal bookmarks, which I actually happen to. Where's my green one?
It looks like a sword.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a sword. Yeah.
Yeah, we're also talking about a little bit of this before we jumped on, because I also have a metal one from Phoenix. Is this from Phoenix Animation or no?
No,
not from.
No,
Phoenix.
not these.
Not from Phoenix. Not yet.
Let me get zoomed in on you here real quick. 1 second. Let me put down my drink. Sometimes you got to put down your drink,
Joe, Star Zerg is over. You don't have to take shots anymore.
You don't have to live that way anymore.
There we go. Yeah.
Nice. We got three of them bad boys. We got the green one. We got the ghost version.
Nice.
I love the
Really
eagle sign. It's super cool. Oh yeah, that
standard
logo.
Justice City Chronicles one.
Don't dox yourself. Those things are so shiny.
I know. He's looking at his porn computer.
Right, dude. I saw that URL. Let's move back here. So yeah, I think those are really cool. So you get all those. You get one bookmark or all three.
All three are available.
Right.
With the God's Justice perk, you just get one.
Okay, cool. Is it a choice in a drop down when you go through that?
Yeah.
Too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have that, which is the featured. Then you have the regular book, which is the grunt pack, or you can get the signature series, which is basically the book, a bookmark, and the book will be signed by both me and Marcus. Now, on each of the tiers that you have here, each one you can add God's Hand. It's an add-on for everything. Also, the T-shirts as an add-on, you can add the T-shirt on for everything. But what we wanted to do was just say, if you want the shirt, because what we did was we said every T-shirt sale we make, $5 is donated to Wounded Warrior. So we wanted to give people the option. If they just wanted to buy the shirt and they wanted to do that, no big deal.
Awesome.
So we did that. So we did
Yeah.
that with the with the shirts.
You definitely might.
Guys,
get
if you
me
love
there.
vets, that's what that's a good pack.
Right. And then you have the where you get both the books right here. You get to pick of the 3 covers, you get to pick 2. Let Marcus take it from here because he knows more than I do about this stuff.
Yeah, that one you get your pick of 2 covers. You also get a metal bookmark and 1 trading card. If you scroll to the next set, that's all 3 plus the bookmark plus a print and the trading card.
Sweet.
Nice. I like the way you got all that arranged. It's like a nice fan. Like it's really easy to go. Yeah, 3. Yeah.
It's also very like I don't know, royal or something. It's like in the shape of like a crown. It's something about it just matches the name of the comic. Feels good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very Chronicle like. Yeah.
I told him to do that. To
Oh,
play it out like that,
Good job, Anthony.
Thanks, Joe.
So this is the Officer's Edition. You get 2 copies of the book. They're signed. 2 metal bookmarks. You get a print. 2 trading cards. You get the T-shirt as well and a sketch card.
Ooh, it's an original sketch card, right? Not a print.
No, original. We've actually upped the
And drawn.
We're pretty sure that we're going to hit 13, and when we hit 13, all the trading cards are going to get moved up to the extra large trading cards. Also, the sketch cards are the same thing. We're going to basically go from essentially regular sketch cards. Essentially, I mean, you could call it a sketch postcard. It's like 3.5 by 5.5.
Okay.
And so any type of sketch, instead of a regular sketch card, you'll get the larger size. We're going to do.
That's sweet.
So,
I like that upgrade.
All right.
Dude,
Captain's Club.
let him explain to you what this is, and then he's going to show you what it comes in.
Mm-hmm. Can you zoom in anyway, there, Jeremy?
I'm trying. Yeah, I can. I'm just here.
It's magic.
We're working on it. There we go.
that's the Captain's Club. You get all 3 copies of the book. You get the full set of trading cards, which is 4 cards. Now, at this point, we've already unlocked the other card tiers. So there's 3 more cards. So you'll be getting all of those. Plus, you get the Wolfpack t-shirt. You get an exclusive metal trading card. You get the Wolfpack dog tag, which we already have.
Yeah, you guys actually have these down in better detail than these. You all have them on your page, correct?
Well, he's going to show you. He's going to show it to you real quick.
Okay,
I just wanted to go through it because he's got everything. Over.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I want to see them up close right after we talk about them here.
Yeah, so that's that bad boy right there.
Cool.
So was that a DVD case? What is that?
You'll say, let's get to the next tier, and then
okay, boom.
Yes, that's the Grand Emeralds deck. That's it's 3 copies, all 3 copies, all signed. You get a hardcover edition. You get an original art page from the book. You get the complete trading card set, 3 original sketch cards, a metal trading card. You get the Wolfpack t-shirt, the dog tag, 1 metal print. You also get Anthony's stretch goal stuff, which was the 2 trading cards.
2 trading cards and a tarot card.
Yeah.
And all that fits in the box.
I sure as hell hope so. Because this would be bitch to shit.
So just a random tarot card?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I made it because for God's Hand, the whole idea was God's Hand was a kind of a supernatural thriller book out of New Orleans. So it was a lot of magic, a lot of, stuff like this, monsters and things like that. So the voodoo card, the tarot card, it all goes together. So we made the death card, the death tarot card. Yeah.
Cool. So, let's move on. Let's check it out.
That's Hand of the Emperor. We just put this one together. This is basically all 3 versions of Justice City Chronicles, plus we're going to do the hardcover in there. We're going to do 1 copy of God's Hand. You get 2 original sketch cards, the t-shirt, the dog tag. It comes in the box set, and you're getting a sketch cover copy of Justice City. Anthony's going to do original artwork on. You got 1 for God's Hand as well. Mm-hmm. And then you get the Chronicles of Count Carlos sketch cover, which is a project we worked on a couple of years ago together.
Cool. That's awesome. You got a whole bunch of there. Anything, can you add anything on to like the smaller tiers to get a little bit, like half of that bundle? You know what I mean? Can you add on to get something close to that if you wanted to build it yourself? Or
you can.
Yeah.
What can you get?
Close.
Yeah, you can get close. I don't think you can get the sketch covers.
Okay.
But I think you can get almost everything. I'm pretty sure you can get almost everything else.
Okay.
Except for the sketch covers. Why, are you looking for some sketch covers, Joe?
I'm just always just wondering.
All right, I know a guy who knows a guy. You know what I mean? I just wanted to. We limited that for that. We did that just because we know, and then we'll feel it out. You know what I'm saying? If the demand goes up, it's just as easy for us to throw some more out there. But we want to see where it's going to go. So.
And congratulations on sell out on the $1,000 pack.
Yeah,
look at that, guys! You missed out 1-on-1. They might add another set.
Who knows? What was different about that one?
Never knew.
That one was basically everything that was in the other tier.
The Grand Admirals.
It was everything that was in the Grand Admirals deck. Only what did we have? We had you got drawn.
So basically, you got drawn in the book. You got the page that you were drawn in. You got the cover artwork, and you got all 3 copies of God's Hand signed. That's what I think that was the extra. Was you got the cover artwork was the big deal.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, the page with you drawn in the book, and then all 3 covers for God's Hand.
Oh,
nice.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Well,
and this is the
show them the goods real quick so Jose can get on.
Let me pull up your solo.
Oh man,
yeah,
nice.
That's the box set.
That's some glossy. That's some glossy.
Look at that.
Very nice.
Man, that looks like a game, like old PC game.
I know.
Huh?
Yeah, man.
So we got that, and we got a bunch of you've seen the trading cards. We got the dog tags are in.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's
And they got
nice.
information on the back, correct?
Yeah, it's actually one of the characters.
Nice.
So it's got all his info on there.
Beautiful.
We got
Doxing your characters.
the
Yeah.
mini print.
Nice.
Well, it's got it has directions on where you can get crack from, Jose. So
Inside info.
yes, you know what I mean. Don't tell anybody, right? Just keep that between us.
You guys seen all the? We showed off all the.
bookmarks.
We got some of these snazzy Justice
Ooh.
City stickers.
Mirror.
Wolfpack stickers. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then we got samples of the oversized trading cards.
Okay.
Oh, that's
With pro-
cool.
Yeah. So that's those compared to a regular.
Nice.
Nice.
So we got those, and we got all the other ones.
Damn.
Those are the
Yeah, that's
stretch
good.
ones. Those are the 3 stretch ones plus the sign up card, huh?
And more crack
Yeah.
instructions on the back.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was the sign up card.
Yeah, calling them oversized stretch cards. They're straight up prints. Those things are they're pretty big. What about are you wearing the shirt you would get if you did get the vet tier?
Wolfpack.
That's it, man. That's it.
That's it.
Cool.
Beautiful shirts.
Awesome. Yeah, I dig it. I might have to get one for my bro, who is a vet, and I'll probably get to that later, but because I'm not good at multitasking. But I know you guys have only a few more minutes left, and let me actually not focus on you anymore, Marcus. 1 second.
He only multitasks when he's a straight shooter.
Oh man, dude, I can do a lot of multitasking outside of the whack pack. All right.
Yes.
There's a lot of straight shooting and cracks going on. And
I know. It seems like it goes together, right? Straight shooting and crack. It's like, you know.
No wonder they're blocking messages, dude. You know,
Right.
who knows what we're running in this place?
Yeah.
So you have 10 days left. We're at 1265. Have you refreshed it all, Jeremy?
I'm going to now.
Don't refresh it.
Oh, sorry. Too bad. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you need to slow your roll, dude. We need to take it one step at a time. But no, it's cool. We didn't get a backer, but you only got 10 days left, and that's awesome. You got a flexible goal too, so that meant you were prepared to print the book no matter what. Is that the point?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
we were. This was going regardless. So
I mean, you're way past the goal, but I'm glad you guys were that committed. So anybody who is wanting this book, go now, go back it. If not, I always tell people, go click follow, because it's going to remind you constantly that, yes, I'm interested in this book. And whenever payday comes up, you'll be ready.
And if you're just showing up, the links are being deleted in the live chat for some reason. So go in the description of the video and check out this Indiegogo page.
I would, in fact, blame YouTube that we don't have a backer yet.
Go get that box perk, man. It's really cool.
Yeah, that box perk is looking tight. And not many people have it physically, and it looks legit. And it's cool that you can show that on video. It's way better than having I know the Embrace has a similar one, but it's it's a little CG box that you don't know necessarily the quality it's gonna. But yours looks really good. So
thank you.
Stoked to see how that all fits together.
Hey, Joe, have you tried to put the link in yourself since it's your own channel?
It's a good idea. We'll
see
try.
if it at least sticks on it.
Let's try.
That's an excellent looking comic book. That's exciting. And like I said, the tags, the cards, everything, the fact you're able to show them there on the stream just like that, dude, that's awesome. Everything looks great. Very flashy, very glossy. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Is it getting pulled? Let's see.
Keep breaking those thumbs, dude.
It's stalling. Oh, does it work?
Give it a few minutes or a few seconds. We'll see.
Okay. So, yeah, I really dig this. Any updates? Did you hit did we talk about stretch goals?
Milestone stretch goals, anything? We'll see.
Did
Yeah,
you?
we've gone through a few.
Yes.
Okay.
Right here. Boom.
Marcus.
So we unlocked at 7,000. We got one of the trading cards unlocked, and we also added, because when we first began, you couldn't get any of the trading cards unless you bought a tier that had them. So we added a new trading card to every order, plus the you can add on the sets. At 10,000, we got 10 extra pages added to the book. At 12, we added the extra 2 trading cards. So everybody who orders gets 3 trading cards regardless. And we haven't added it in there yet, but at 13,000, they're going to get upgraded to the double size, the big size cards.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. I like how you got stretch goals all the way up to 20. I think you guys can get there. I hope we see more
pages.
Yeah, that'd be great to see. That's the gift that keeps on giving right there, the extra pages.
What's the one? What was the tier, Marcus? How far did they have to go the way you would wear the Sean Connery bandoleros and shit on stream?
That? Where's that at?
Yeah, that was like 30,000.
I don't think it was that high. I think it was 30
no.
it
was definitely it
wasn't that high. It was the 30 was for you to drip pizza grease on yourself while you were wearing it. But I think just to wear it with the sombrero. I'm trying to make sales over here, man.
You're trying to make sales. Me and Bandoleros shirtless on the beach will scare people away from this.
No.
Calendars. You don't know that. Hey, bro.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you, man.
What I want to know is,
conveniently from fucking Mexico with you chilling on the beach, bro, with a Corona in one hand and a tamale in the other, bro. It sells itself, dude.
Why you got to bring up tamales for?
Because you love them. What do you want me to do, bro?
Here's what I want to know.
You don't have to listen. It's okay to be in love with tamales.
Just stop. Just stop.
I
want to know is this, because I know you avoiding it. Why conveniently now we don't talk about the tier where you cut your ponytail off. How about that tier?
That's 40,000, baby.
Fuck. But we're not talking about that one, right?
40,000. I mean, because you can't give them the steak right away, baby. You got to give them a little bit of the fat. So you give them the little bit of the bandoleros with you on the beach with the tamale and the shit, and people are like, "Boom! I need more."
Not the steak. They need that's more. Not the steak. That's a number 2 at McDonald's, bro. Relax.
I said that's the fat, bro. You understand? It just gives them a little flavor. You understand? And then I come in and go, "Look, you want more, baby? I'll cut this off. How about that?" And then Mark will wear it with the bandoleros and shit. You understand what I'm saying?
So I'm totally down for any of that shenanigans, because I think it would be some good publicity, regardless of if you might think it's outlandish, Marcus. I think you're in the right.
See what I'm saying? Joey the Lips is on board, bro.
Correct.
It's done. He just sealed it. He hasn't even created the seals yet, but he's officially sealed it.
Right. When I'll retroactively steal you guys when we get it made.
Look at that, making history over here. This is CG history, bro.
That's right. We appreciate you guys coming on. Let me bring up this screen one more time. Jeremy, would you do me a favor and refresh one more time?
I would like
just in case.
I would like to. My Wacom Cintiq Touch 22-inch has seemed to go dark on me completely.
Talking about it, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, that kind of freaking me out. So I'm piloting this through.
Do you need to jump off real quick?
I'm trying just to get to work as we keep going. So
it's all good. So I'm sure I will definitely be checking out the campaign later on to figure out exactly what I want to. I can never do this on stream very well, but I will be checking it out afterwards. And I hope you guys do too. Click the links in the description to check this book out. We're going to transition over to Jose Garcia's new book.
Let me say this before I go, because I got
you got to bounce.
Yeah, I got to bounce. But I want to say thank you, Joe. Thank you, Jeremy, for bringing us on, man. Congratulations! Look, congratulations on the success, Joe. Book looks great, man.
Thank you.
And Jose, I'm sorry you had to put up with. I'm sorry you had to.
No, man, this was great.
I love Jose. Me and him were on stream. I think we were on Manny's and Malin's the first time, and I liked him since then, man. But good luck with that too, Jose, man. And love the chat. Always a pleasure, man. And I'll catch up with y'all later, man.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks again, y'all.
Yeah. My pleasure.
See ya.
So, Marcus, you're able to stick around for just a little bit, right? You got some time?
Yeah, I got about I'd say about 15 minutes before I gotta roll.
You can hop off whenever you want. Just interrupt and say your goodbyes or whatever. Make your pieces. Jeremy's camera just went out. I'm gonna pull him out.
Man, I'm praying for Jeremy.
Yeah, what's going on there? So we're gonna shift you up one. Well, Jeremy will pop in, I'm sure.
Lit Jose's website because I can't get the screen turned back on.
No worries, I'll do it myself.
This is what happens when you work a Cintiq to death.
I know it, man. I have one die on me. I just work it to death, man. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
are you using a mouse like a goddamn caveman?
What?
Are you using a mouse like a caveman?
I was.
Oh man, that must be embarrassing.
What are you doing? A mouse? Yeah, I was going through like websites. That's kind of. I got the style. I could have done that, but I don't understand. Garcia, help me. No, I'm just kidding.
So I want to transition to a couple questions that before we get the screen back up. I'll be bringing up the screen this time. I'll let Jeremy panic on his own. So Jose, you got several books out. You've had your hand in many. What's the book that I think? Because I want to talk about your style afterward, but what is the book that you like the most? What was your favorite one to draw? Maybe we can talk about that first before we get into LUMINA VHOX.
Yeah, man. Well, the best book, it's always my next one. So
okay.
that's what I'm looking forward. But if I have to go, LUMINA VHOX right now, it's I love where it's going. But if I have to pick one, the one that started it all was my 8-bit story. That was kind of my very first comic that I did. On the indie scene, I did it as a web comic. That book got me kind of like 90% of my jobs. So that got me into DreamWorks. That got me into First Second. That got me
really
into
8-bit. You're my. That's part of this campaign, right? 8-bit story, right?
Yeah, man. That's the one. So I did it. I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. Maybe more, but yeah, that got me tons of jobs, man. Got me into games, got me into music. All while I was posting it. So even after when it came out, when I printed it, pretty much got me some jobs at storyboarding. It doesn't have like any word. It's just a silent comic, just about the girl traveling her old Game Boy games. Pretty much all the Game Boy games that I had when I was growing up. If I wasn't such a broke kid, this book would have been way longer. But these were the cartridges that my friends kind of borrowed me when I was in school. That I remember my brother beating the shit out of someone and just taking away from him like 8 cartridges that became like my favorite ones. So thanks to my brother, this book is a little bit,
Jeez, that's brutal.
Bigger. Yeah, man. School was brutal.
But that's awesome. I see you got Earthbound here. Is that one of them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. This is kind of like the at the end of her travels on her old Game Boy. She just came straight out of the Game Boy, and she just kind of kisses her Game Boy, and she just start looking at the SNES right there, and that hints like a sequel to the SNES. maybe my 16-bit story someday.
Dude, that would be so awesome.
I absolutely love your artwork because it kind of harkens back to a lot of those color schemes and stuff of things like Earthbound or Mother. Those are kind of the same game, aren't they? But you get what I'm saying. Like the color schemes, the dynamic design. Even though there's not that much architecture in a lot of these images, you still get that sense of depth and the dynamics that you got in your perspectives. Absolutely love your stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Man. I was going to bring this up. I didn't realize it till like the 5th time I saw you on a stream. But your style, which kind of matches up with like the studio work you've done, is that you have this mix between it's almost like that Cal art style with your own thing. It's like that plus other stuff that I don't even know. But it definitely has that emotive kind of nature that that style of art, like the Cal art style, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, man, I really love animation a lot. Actually, my most favorite comics ever are, I mean, art-wise, are pretty much all from animators. Like Black Sad is like my number one comic. Like I wouldn't, if I have to recommend like one comic you should read in your life, it should be like Black Sad, the first 3 books. Those are done by Juanjo Guarnido. And he's an animator for Atlantis, Disney. He did a lot of stuff. Met him in real life. It's super cool guy, super shy, but super talented. He did everything with watercolors. I really love Alice.
What's that book called again? Can you spell it?
Black Sad. That's Black Sad, like Black Sad. And that's an anthropomorphic cat. That's the best drawn book I ever seen. The stories are, I don't know, those are the best ones. I can write it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. That way I make sure, because your accent is not it's not like indistinguishable, but I want to make sure I get it right. I'm not like reading some random
man,
webcomic that wasn't what you meant. So let's see here. I'm going to go back up to the top. I'm glad that you agree that, I didn't want to offend, because there is some people that are against that SoCal or Cal art style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And nothing wrong with it. It's just, just like any industry, once it gets a role and once they start hiring those people, it's just the nature of the industry where more people will do that style just to get the job. And that happens with everything. That happens with comics. Happens with obviously manga,
animation.
And, it's going to be. But I like your twist on it because you have more structure than most. I feel like SoCal, or not. I keep saying SoCal, Cal art styles. I think it's more original than many of them too. So we'll say that. So
you should have seen my very first drawings, because I was looking at Anthony's work, and we were practically on the same vein. Like I was a super huge Madureira, Joe Matt fan, and Humberto Ramos. I come from the cliffhanger, era. So pretty much when I was growing up, I was copying Humberto Ramos. I was copying Chris Bacalo, Joe Matt. So pretty much my style did change a lot, but I learned like anatomy, like kind of all this stylish stuff with the cliffhanger guys. I mean, especially my two main guys. I will say that they are my favorite artists, at least Western artists. USA artists from all time will be like Chris Bacalo and Joe Matt. I don't know which order. I mean, I really love Joe Matt, but there's not a lot of material from him. So
you got to go into the concept art stuff nowadays. Plus, his new games are really good because his art's featured prominently, which is great. What I'm a big fan of, and my style is obviously more toward that, but I've kind of gone a slightly different way, maybe more additions of animation, in as far as like animation rather than American style maybe animation. But
yeah, man.
I agree with that.
That 90s cell shade is fantastic, man.
I mean, who doesn't love that kind of stuff? And well, I mean, I'm sure there are people that don't, but I think I just liked it because I was like, oh, I just noticed how Jose's got this combination, and it made me feel not so alone with my style. Jeremy's is kind of like an infusion of like the old school Lord of the Ring sketches and your hero Amano over there, Jeremy. I feel like that's your mix.
Hey guys,
I like that mix because that's pretty accurate to my life. So
right, that's what I get from you. Like the old, but who doesn't like those old school?
John Howell, Alan Lee. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna bounce out of here, guys.
Thank you so much, though. It was awesome.
Marcus,
thanks for having me, guys. Jose, why don't you refresh the refresh?
Oh snap! I just went to your screen first.
Oh,
I'll do it. There we go.
And
Let me go up there. Let me see what it's like first. Was that with or without it? 142.
That's without it.
Without it. with it. 143, baby. Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Killer.
Oh, thanks a lot, Marcus.
That's brother. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh,
guys,
man.
have a great night. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man.
No
Have
problem,
a good
Marcus.
one, man. Come back. Come back.
See ya,
Come back.
man.
Yeah, don't be a stranger.
For sure.
See ya.
I won't.
See ya, man.
Thanks.
That was cool.
Yeah, man. Starting off great. How's the chat doing? I haven't checked out the chat in a while before.
We got some people trying to wrench and help and just learning how Google's having fun with us.
Mm-hmm.
So
Billy says Joe Matt is my number one too. Ooh, it's up there for me. It's hard for me to give a number one, guys. That's a tough call. But I do dig Sonora Detective Story, Joe Black Sad. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, Black Sad.
Cool. Sometimes I thought you said Seth and then Sath. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know exactly.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. For sure. Sometimes I kind of mispronounce.
I didn't want to mess up and get the wrong thing, but let's move on to maybe you can describe the book real quickly as my dog is barking and I can mute.
Yeah, man. For sure. So if you, the way you describe Lumina VHOX is always like Space Eldritch Naruto meets Warhammer 40k, but this is with a twist of family. So Lumina VHOX is a story about this little girl called Mia. And Mia begins her story with she finds herself in this kind of strange ritual of this weird cabal of masked guys. So they are trying to put an Eldritch God inside of her, but something goes very wrong. And what happens is that the result of this is that her whole planet kind of explodes and kills everyone, but the Eldritch God inside of her kind of devours, kind of pulls all the souls of Mia's family and loved ones into like within her. So the thing is that in this story, it's kind of like a family tale, because the thing is that that this event kind of left Mia. In this half state, that she hasn't turned she didn't hatch the Eldritch God like it was supposed to, but this leaves her kind of in like a Naruto situation when she has the Eldritch God inside of her. And the thing is that on the physical world, on the real world, you might say her body is being controlled by this Eldritch God, and the Eldritch God is trying to destroy planets and swallow as much souls as it can, so it can come into reality. But if it comes into reality, it pretty much will kill Mia and destroy all the souls within her. But inside, you can see this is the Mia's depiction of what she's seeing. She's these Eldritch God are some of these cosmic horror that are incomprehensible. So this is pretty much what Mia's nightmares are made of. So she interprets seeing these Eldritch God like these creepy hands, like these tentacles and stuff. So she's seeing everything what's going on from within her, and there's actually she will actually find like a little window where she can peek to the physical world. But the thing is that when these Eldritch God kind of destroy planets and swallow the souls of these living beings, kind of the core kind of opens and Mia can see it from inside, and that's the only time where she can see her family. So she's a kid.
So cool.
Yeah. Oh
with
yeah,
with the two hands, that is too neat. And real quick, not to interrupt, but we did get Kenton, one of our buddies that just jumped in. He would absolutely love your book. So Kenton, if you can, the description of this, the link for this Indiegogo's in the description. Go check it out. Links aren't working in our chat right now, so if you want to check out these projects, go check it out in the description on the links. It's Lumina VHOX. This is awesome.
Yeah, man, they'll teach the crackback, right? Got them Google. Yeah, not to talk about that will teach us not to start a stream with that crap talk.
Yes. Sorry to interrupt you, but you were on roll. Keep going.
Oh so whenever this eldritch god kind of eats the souls of a planet, that's the only time where the core opens, and this little girl who loves her family so much, that's the only time she can see her the souls of all her family, her friends, and all of the guys in her planet. So the story will be about Mia trying to regain control of her body. And she's a child, so she doesn't have like a really this really solid moral compass. So she just wants to see her family. She's lonely. Her whole planet just exploded and was swallowed by this eldritch god. So she just wants to really see her family, save her family. So there's this moral dilemma where she just have to control these powers and try not to swallow souls, because each time she swallows a soul, she can get a peek of her family. So that's gonna be kind of the quite the challenge for Mia to get past that, and maybe trying to maybe not get them back to life, but save their souls, save the souls of her family, not get destroyed in the void. And so that's what Lumina VHOX is about. It will have a lot of fight with ancient eldritch gods, and there's these guys called the Abyssal Hunter Society. They are the god killers of this universe. They protect the whole life. Yeah, man. If you like Warhammer 40k, these guys are like the Primarchs. There are 20 guys. This guy in the middle is called Dixnuth, and that's the 19th member of the Abyssal Hunter Society. And kind of the first arc of this first 3 volumes will be these guys, these Abyssal Hunter Society guys, kind of go around killing the gods and trying to keep safe, to save all life forms in the universe, right? But when they come across, when Dixnuth comes across Mia, he's kind of torn between, there's this little girl who is a living being, but she has like this time bomb inside of her. So what he does is that he acts as a mentor. He tries to teach her how to channel these godly powers. But if she ever messed up and she's in the verge of awakening the god, he will come back and kill her personally. So yeah, you're mute, Joe. You're mute, Joe.
Yeah, you're mute, Joe.
Oh man, I've been saying a few things. Bummer. That's all good. I think that's a cool twist on just in general a relationship for sure.
Billy's like, this book's gonna be sick. The more of the story I hear, the more excited I get.
Yeah, yeah. I was saying before, this page sold me. I was saying to myself, I don't know if I'm gonna back this Jose dude. And then I saw this page, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if my crack and my hate of crack will hold me back from this book.
Well, that's how crack got started on planet Earth, is it fell from the heavens.
Right.
Yeah, man. The force of energy just crystallized and come to heaven. And it appointed like 7 Lord Crackheads, so that's cool.
Yes.
All the lords of crack. Before we get too far, I think this is one of the most unique things. I maybe have seen it once or twice in other people's campaigns, but I'm definitely stealing this for Star Circuit number 2. This whole little section here. I just dig how this. You don't have to. I like the symbols. I like the symbols of everything. I like the logos. It really, it's so at a glance you can really tell if you're going to like this book.
Yeah, man.
If you're like a fan of any kind of media, you just look at the bottom, you see the logos, and you're like, okay, you automatically get the feel for the emotions you're going to get out of reading the book. So yeah, cool stuff. Very cool.
Nice.
Do we have anything at the bottom before I go back?
No, not really. I mean, just there are the 3. I'm offering 4 books with this campaign, so those are my other 3 books you can get with this campaign. One is 160 pages. I always messed up. I always said like it's 140, but it's 160. I forget. It's like 20 more, 20 less. Yeah, whatever.
Don't forget that 20.
Yeah.
Well, 20 pages is a lot.
Kenton says genius. He loves this stuff. Well done.
Thanks a lot, man. Yes. So you will be getting, you can get the bundles with my 8-bit story. This is already printed, so I have like 700 lying around. I sold half of them here in Mexico. I just sold like about maybe 20 when I went to San Diego Comic-Con that one time when I got my book printed. Egoista, it's a second book that was published in 2015 maybe. It was before the SJWs were like before we have like this word for them. And this is a social commentary because I was seeing all these attitudes here in Mexico, in the US, and every time I went back to California, I just got worse. And I started noticing it. So this was for a contest. The judge was Leah Moore, the daughter of Alan Moore. And when I won, she gave me a lot of Alan Moore swag. So I have B of Vendetta, and I have all this Watchmen stuff all signed by Alan Moore because she just have like a bag and give it to the winner. So I have like
That's
tons
ridiculous,
of Alan
dude.
Yeah, man. Like I wasn't even expecting that because the real prize was you got to get you delivered the story and you got like they printed for you and they give me like the 1,000 books. So that was real cool. I was selling those at cons. The thing is that this is in Spanish. It's 90 pages long. It's like this square format. I don't know how these work in inches, but it's 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Just think about like a CD cover. And so, yeah, that's the size for this one. Okay. And yeah, this is social commentary is what if, portals start appearing on the Earth and how people start reacting to them. So you can see all these, all these activists, fighting for the portals right and fighting for their pronouns and all that stuff. So so it's kind of it's kind of like more like a funny take on it, but also trying to figure out what was happening at 2015 at the time. So it was just a tag with myself, trying to develop my feeling, what I was actually, what I was looking at, trying to rationalize all the stuff happening. So you will see a lot of memes there, Facebook, knock up. So yeah.
Cool. So what's up with all the soy talk, man? Like, what's going on in the chat? What's up with the soy talk? Blinded and stupid. What? What's going on?
I don't know, man.
I don't get it either.
Yeah, but maybe 2015, where it was the year when the soy came here. And I don't know, man.
I used to live across the street from a soy farm. I'm trying to make sure it ain't aimed at me.
Dude, soy, dude. Soy gets in your brain.
Dude, that's Soylent, though. That's Soylent. That Soylent green is a particular green. It's a particular green. Is that even a word? Like, is that a color in Crayola, like Soylent? Like, add the crayon.
It would be very funny. We should make a coloring box that is full of those like alt colors.
Man.
Some ridiculous other stuff. Yeah, sure.
And this last one is Turquoise Maximus. It already sold out, but I have like 25 more coming my way. This is one of the gigs I landed after publishing, my 8-bit story. I self-published that, and I brought it to the San Diego Comic-Con. And I was at a table with some other indie guys. I've always been working on indie comics. So, we were doing this comic. This was published, I believe, 2 or 3 issues. I was being paid for drawing. Came out, and this guy, told me that I have a little table at Small Press. So if you want to come and bring your products, I know there's a spot for you. So I brought 20 from my 8-bit story stuff, and they pretty much sold out. And one of the headhunters from DreamWorks kind of pick up like 5 of them, and after that, I went to the first second books to buy a book, and I had like my book on my hand, and they hired me like right on the spot after seeing that, so that was cool. And
that's awesome.
yeah, man, it landed this gig, like this Turquoise Maximus gig. This is 280 pages. So this is a YA novel I did with a DC editor writer called Scott Peterson. If you know who that guy is, if you know something about Batman, about the era, the No Man's Land era, this guy brought this Cassie Kane, this Cassandra Kane, the Batgirl, the mute Batgirl, and he was doing all these comics. And I don't know. I'm a big fan of his because I love Batman so much, and I love that run so much. So being paired with Scott was really cool, and we made this comic, this YA novel about what if the Roman Empire never fell. So instead of the Colosseum, instead of guys beating the shit of each other because this is a YA novel, there are races to the death. So this is a story about Team Apollo, and in this scenario, if you lose certain races, certain number of races, you pretty much get executed. Get executed. And but if you win like 100 races like in a row, like you get out of your slave status, so you become what it's called. What it's called. Oh crap! I remember. I forgot. But yeah, you got like this godly status about a centurion. Yeah, you got named a centurion, and you get to live free on the streets with the people and stuff. Seen as a hero. But this is a story about this little girl called Piston, and she's about to mess up her last race, and she gets kicked out of the antagonist team called Team Mars, and our protagonist Team Apollo, the main character Axel, kind of take her under its wing, and when you go to another team, kind of the losses kind of reset. So he's trying to. This is kind of like a makeshift family kind of tale in which they're trying to stay together, not get killed. So there's a lot of races, and that's a lot of cool stuff. At the beginning of the book, Piston kind of in these races, she kind of crashes into one of Axel's best friend. So she actually ends up in a wheelchair So this is kind of the dynamic between the teams is real cool, and we have lots of races, 280 pages. That's
tons, man.
Yeah,
anybody, obviously, I have my own book about racing.
Yeah.
So this is it's near and dear because I like this kind of stuff. It looks like your panel work is just from the preview looks like it's a crazy ride. So I'm glad that this is not available anymore. Like you said, it's sold out, right?
It will be available. You can find it now on Amazon because it's sold by First Second Books. There's a hardcover and a soft cover. I only say they sold 18 because that's the. I believe they sent me like 25 last time when it was published. But right now, I just got an email like about 3 days ago saying that they won't be reprinting. They sold like the first batch, which was like, I don't know if 60,000 or 80,000. I always messed up those numbers, but they sold everything but 5,000. 60,000 to 80,000 were only 5K were left. So that's the royalty check for that was real cool. It was real good, man.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
I got the opportunity to buy the remaining ones, so I will try to get some funds to maybe buy like 300 or so, maybe hardcovers, so I can restock. But these guys are told me that they were already sending me 25, so I got an email that it's already on its way, it's on the border, so I will get it in about like maybe 2 days. So I will check for dents or if these books are good to go, and if they are all good to go, I will put another 25 to the tiers, and after they once they get me the quote, if I can get like these 300 books or so, I will try to restock. If not for this campaign, maybe for the next campaign, but I will try to build up and keep a lot of book bundles.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Dude, I'm stoked for seeing that thing. I'll definitely get one. I'm waiting. Maybe I should wait. Should I wait until you get more in stock and then I'll back maybe both books, or what? How is this going to work?
I don't know, man. Maybe check out in in 1 or 2 days,
okay.
or maybe I will try to. I will be making some announcements on the updates every Monday. I will show new art and tell what's happening. This Monday update was just like we were funded in 5 days, and and I'm gonna be live streaming on Twitch the process of this book. So today I got into a 4-hour live stream where I draw a complete page. So if you're interested in that, I'm doing that in the morning and at nights if there isn't any good stream going on.
Mm-hmm. Did you post? Are you going to post those anywhere on a YouTube channel or something?
Oh, it's on Twitch right now, but on Monday I'm trying to do the simulcast on YouTube. You can find me at CG Learning. I was my first idea coming to Comicsgate was pretty much doing a learning channel, kind of like tips and stuff. And I did a live stream a while ago when I was a nobody, so nobody came. So I have like maybe 5 people, but the interaction was like 0. So I got pretty bumped about that. So I decided to give all my energies to making the comics and getting out there.
We definitely feel that pain. Everybody's got that. When you have no momentum, it's tough, and when you don't have awesome people like the guys in the chat right now that build up your channel and just come hang out. That's what you want, really. You just want people there. So without them there, you feel a little discouraged. I get that.
Yeah, man.
Which I just want to shout out NTM.
He's flipping tables and cracking whips on these Pharisees. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
I see. And good old Dina Sabi, comics mate, he's here as well.
Oh, nice.
Good to see you. So I want to get through your perks because we're a little bit over, but I want to go through all your perks and see what you got, which I know you don't have that many, but let's go through.
Yeah, man. Yeah. First tier is pretty straightforward.
Go to the top here.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay, so the featured tier is Selfish Lumina. You will get 3 books with their respective PDFs. So you will get Lumina VHOX, 80 pages of Space Eldritch Adventures. If we reach our 10K stretch goal, I haven't put up the stretch goals, but that will be the first one. The book will be 100 plus pages. I don't know how many yet, but yeah, that will be a thing. You will get both the book and the PDF. You will get Egoista. It's printed in Spanish, but for this campaign, I am translating it to English, so you will get the printed version in Spanish and English version on the PDF, and you will get my 8-bit story, 160 pages printed, the book printed, and the PDF.
Have you counted up how many pages that is? You should probably put that
there. the one with the Turquoise, the one that sold out, called Racing Lumina, that was like 640 something pages. I don't know. Worth of content, and that without even taking into account the new pages of Lumina VHOX.
Darren Wagner says he's back the featured tier.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Nice. We're come back and refresh in a minute. Let's move on. We got Digital Luma. That seems pretty straightforward.
Yep.
Nice. That's pretty cheap. I mean, $10 to get. Well, you said how many? 100 something pages?
Yeah,
man. Or is it 80? Did you say?
It will be like 100. If we reach our stretch goals, but right now it's $10 for 80 pages. So I think that's cool.
Hell yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Okay, 25. What we got here?
Yep, only the printed book with the PDF, pretty straightforward. $25, and all the
I don't
first
see any. Does it say you're signing them? Are you going to sign them or no?
Yeah, free sign-in. You can choose whether you want me to sign them on the add-ons. There, if you click on that, there's gonna be kind of a perk. I wanted it to be free, but Indiegogo only allows me to put the bare minimum is $1. So for $1, I could sign all of your books, regardless of how many they are.
It's a cool idea. I like making people pay for a signature. No, that's not to put you down. I really do like having my signature be worth something. Makes me feel
man.
good.
Oh man, I'm kind of I'm the guy who I don't really like anything signed. My physical copies, I don't really like any signature or anything. I mean, I remember. I believe it was Frank Miller. He at San Diego Comic Con. And maybe Mike Mignola, they signed it. One of the things one of the books I bought from their booth, and I just paid. After that, just sold them and just buy the new copy without the signature, because I don't really like how that looks. So I'm a little bit weird about it. So yeah, you can.
Where are you gonna sign your signature? You're gonna put it inside or on the cover?
Yeah, inside.
Don Chin seems to leave some space between his book titles and like the other description, and he seems to sign them right in these little nooks that he makes himself. So
interesting.
I don't know.
He's like has a spot for it.
Yeah. But then there's other spots where he kind of grabs it right there. So yeah, I don't know. I'm
probably gonna sign Star Circuit on the inside.
Yeah, me too, man.
So,
yeah, because some people just Stan Lee it and just give you the whole page like the signature. So I don't really like that, and I've gotten a lot of that. So yeah, that's why I know there are some guys like me that they don't like this stuff signed. So yeah, if you want it signed, it would only take like $1, and I don't mind signing them.
And that goes for everything, right?
Yeah.
So you got the $40. Looks like you got the 2 books instead of the 3.
Yep, with the PDFs, and we went around the 3, and the fourth perk was $70 for 600 pages plus of content.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to go for. I just what I like to do is I like to boost people mid. I know that's kind of sucky for launch day, but unless I see something that just I think is going to get sold out, which I didn't think this was going to get sold out.
Man, it went in the first 5 minutes.
I had faith, Jose.
But I try to I like giving people a little boost when they need it, to get that nice stretch goal. And I like to save my trump card for that. You know what I mean? Like they're really desperate to get to the stretch goal. I like coming in saving the day on those kind of moments.
Get that art bro glean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's cool that you sold both of your big tiers here. That's awesome.
I will be updating that. I will be making original pages. So I just put that yesterday, and it was gone within like 3 minutes. It was like all 4 books plus the an original art page. I actually printed and used Lightbox and ink and paper, some Copics, some acrylic stuff, and a sketch card. A really big sketch card. Like I'm doing like 6x4 inches, so it's pretty big.
Dude, that's so awesome. Well, I'll be holding out. I was gonna give you a little something today, but I'll hold out for Truckus, and hopefully I'll be able to snag one.
Yeah, man.
It's been a killer time hanging with you a second time. You were also a repeat guest.
Yeah.
Any comments on your end, Jeremy, for seeing LUMINA VHOX in its full form?
I love it. I love it. And it's got how many days left, guys?
51, dude.
So we all have a good amount of time to come in here and punch this thing up.
And right now we're at 7,800. I'm going to click refresh and see what we're up to now. See if we got anything.
I'm definitely grabbing down.
Maybe it refreshed before. Maybe you were at 78 before after I refreshed on accident or something. Because I think we had a backer.
Darren Wagner. Yep.
I'm excited for getting some Truckus in my life. and also Lumina, but and also 8-bit. So I'm going to see see what I can do. I'm making use some of that Star Circuit money to reinvest it. It's a write off. You know what I mean?
Oh, Tank, welcome, buddy. Welcome, Tank Ferret's in the house.
Tank Ferret, good to see you, dude. Art Jedi's here, the youngest man.
Yes.
And our chat is Art Jedi. Give that to a follow on Twitter.
Go check that kid out. I'm gonna be using him hopefully soon on some comic stuff. So you guys go check him out. Go check him out. Really good artist.
Yes, Billy says I will make sure to spam your inbox and DMs when Jose puts out a few more truck jumps. You should, because I'm bad. I'm horrible at that stuff, man. I'm like, when I get too busy.
Ryan was in earlier. I saw him.
Oh man! Yes. I have like an animated trailer, man. I did it 3 days before.
Yeah, dude. See, I always forget the trailer because I'm all into like the one-on-one kind of talk. But let's just do this. Make sure we got the audio. Looks good. Let's do this, guys.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened, but that thing found its way into us. It took everything from me. I'm not sure how, but I'm gonna take it back. What is a Lumina? If you want to know, find out by backing. Only on Indiegogo.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I dig it.
All those animation skills coming in, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. It's awesome to see. Let me refresh one more time just in case we got a sneaky backer. You never know. So I'm glad that you came back on, and I can't wait to see where this thing goes. You're so far along with 51 days. It's mind blowing.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I'm so proud you're part of the crew. So actually, glad you're part of the CG friends, part of the Crack Pack. You know what I mean? So I'm glad everybody's here. Billy's mind is blown, it looks like, from that trailer. Before we go, I want to talk about my book, Star Circuit, guys. We have a couple things happening. Let me unshare the screen and go to another one. So Star Circuit had a big moment this morning. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I had this great a great backer from, I think, New Zealand, which I'll have to figure out the shipping for, because that's how it goes. Sometimes you just have to roll with the punches, and there's going to be a big learning curve. But anyway, this backer got an original page and put me over 17,000. So
nice.
So we hit some big number this morning, and it felt great. I tell you, waking up to seeing a big change like that is awesome. So Star Circuit's a cyberpunk racing adventure, and the kind of, if I had those little symbols, I would have a little symbol of a motorbike for Akira, and then I'd have like the Captain Falcon symbol. Anyway, next time. So it's like Akira, it's like F-Zero, it's like a little bit like Blade Runner because of androids, but in this future, androids are now the pinnacle of pretty much everything. Like if there's any skilled labor, any kind of entertainment, everything's been done by androids now. And in the future, humans have become a little bit obsolete. And in this time frame, like we've kind of gone complacent. We don't really strive for anything. And the whole story of Star Circuit is about how do we regain our purpose? Where does our purpose derive from? And so Star Circuit, we follow a street racer that's crazy enough to go against these androids. It's a man versus machine story like you've never seen before. I guarantee you it's this book is 32 pages. It's the first chapter of this mini series, and it's pretty killer. The new things about the campaign right now are, one, we've got a 3D print of the main bike. It's the Metrix X50. It's a killer looking bike. And there's a limited supply. So you've got another good amount of time.
Cheap. Huh? That's pretty cheap. I mean, for a 3D print, like $60. Like,
I can't wait to sit on the floor with my Batman motorcycle, my Batmobile, and that thing just bam, bam, bam.
And it's really big, and we're working on it hard. We're going hardcore with it, and I wanted people to get it in their hands rather than me make money. So what I said to myself, I go like, dude, as cheap as we can get it to people, maybe down the line when like we're making mucho dollars and like this isn't about the fans, maybe I'll make a few bucks to put back into merch or something. But right now I want people to get these in their hands.
Paint your own
That's
bike.
awesome.
Paint your own bike.
You're gonna paint your own bike here. Look how cool that is. I'm gonna give out a little color guide out here, with some images. So maybe you can make it as cool as mine, or you can make it as cool as you want it to be.
That'd be cool to have like an artist edition, like they painted like different ways. That'll be super cool.
For sure. And I think Jeremy's going to do a test run on a painted version. We'll see how well that goes.
That looks like with those colors that he's got on.
Right here. So. He's going to be doing a version one like this. I'm got high hopes and crossing my fingers for Jeremy because I know it's an endeavor for sure.
It'll be fun.
So we've unlocked every stretch goal that I planned. You're getting the book, no matter what you get. As long as you're a physical backer, you're getting the postcard. You're getting Jeremy's print. That's 5x8. You're getting extra pages in the book. You're getting a companion mixtape. That's 6 songs by indie guys in CG and out of CG a little bit. Some of my friends, including Ryan Wynn and Vosto Synthwave. You're getting a kanji patch as long as you spend $32 or more. And you're also getting the Brothers print. That's a lot of extra art and whatnot to come toward you. And so the last thing I want to bring up is the original art that the person bought this morning from New Zealand. And dude, killer! This thing's at $250 now because during the campaign we had it at a discounted price. But right now you get the book plus the page for $250. It's probably the cheapest way you can get a page. I wanted it to be so on the campaign. I didn't want it to be super, super pricey. But yeah, the book is pretty much done. You're going to be reading it in a couple months. So hallelujah. And that's it. I hope you guys, let's refresh real quick just in case we got a stray backer in here. You never know. Yeah, it's all good. 17. I'm happy with 17, even if we stay at 17 for eternity.
Almost a clean number. You just have to scratch that one or add just clean that up. And add that one to the 70 so we can have like 80 and 3 zeros, and that would be super cool.
So Joe, you are going into in demand?
We are in demand right now.
Okay, good.
So if you guys don't know the story, Joey the Lips went on to Shane Davis's channel on Saturday, and we closed out like a champion. Yeah. Everybody came and supported. We got so many backers. The hitch was that I took a shot every $250. So I was, like I said, wasted, like I said in the beginning of the stream, by the end of it. And it took me a couple days to recover. So now I'm behind on art, but it was worth it. I'm glad. I'm glad it went the way it did. It was a fun time. And we've got some really great people people I never had encounters with before came and backed the book. So that's what it's all about. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with Star Circuit. I hope you guys are back. Hope you guys like it. Awesome. With you, Jeremy, where are you at with life in general?
Well, can I please, for this moment, have a moment of silence because we don't know whether or not my Cintiq is dead or not. So, moment of silence. Thank you. So, comic book is actually running. I sent you the thumbnails the other day. You've given me notes. I've already worked most of the day on getting those adjustments. So, I'm running pretty fast. So, but I want, now that I've got all the notes from you, I want to pitch it over to a few other people, have their inputs, and then I'll be ready to just start rendering. So I'm already getting ideas for alternate covers, like I was saying with NMT and Art Jedi, and I'm wanting to try to get some alt covers from the big art guys too. So if anyone's wanting some side work for alt covers, let me know. Because I'll do a cover. I'm wanting to do, the young guys in CG cover, and then some veteran CG guys cover. So I would like to try to get those 3 alternate covers ready to go.
Awesome. I'm stoked to hear and see more from it. All the people. That's the best part about comics, I think. Well, one of them is that you get to have collaborations. A lot of us, Jose included. So
Billy's asking, you doing a comic for Branded? I'm not following.
Say you're doing a for Brandon. I don't know who Brandon is.
Yeah, I'm not following. But yeah. So
or maybe I do know.
Okay, because if someone can help me, maybe I can answer.
I'll pray to the crack heavens.
But anyway, if it's the fact that we got Zaid Comics, with Phil and all that, and then there's Zaid Studios. Zaid Studios is still just going to be creating things around Beckon and that whole world, because it's not only just comics, it's games. I can go nuts with it. I'm just trying to tell the story and get it out there. But I'm a game guy. That's the dream. But I'm also just a storyteller, like I was saying with Joe and guys earlier. It's like I'm a world builder. I'm just trying to tell the story, whether it be through games, whether it be through comics, whether it be through any other way. I'm gonna tell these stories.
Yes.
So,
heck yeah.
But
yeah, and we're Jeremy, you're very much we're very three alike, because we do like a one-man show. We've got particular visions.
I'll high five.
So yeah, high five, guys. Thanks for coming on, Jose. I want to thank you. I want to thank Anthony and Marcus for all coming on. When they catch the replay, I'm sure they'll hear my thank.
Hold on. Yes, Billy. Yes, Billy. It's a comic. It's a comic that's a prequel for Beckett. Yes.
Sorry. Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem. Jeremy, what happened there?
No. Finally, Billy's like, "Oh, I meant Beckon. You're making a comic for Beckon." Okay. I'm excited. So I was like,
"Get the name right, Billy, and then it works." All right.
Love you guys. Love everyone. Thank you all for showing up. Sorry about the link stuff. We don't know what's going on. Hopefully, next episode that's not happening.
Yeah, we won't mention crack the first minute of the stream next time. And maybe we won't have this trouble. But again, thanks everybody for coming. Thank you, Jose and Jeremy. Jose, you have where can we find you on the internet, Jose, before you go?
Yeah, you can see on my name right here at Radtastical Core on Twitter, and I'm my Twitch channel is called Jose Garcia Artworks, and pretty soon I will be doing my live streams on. You can find my YouTube channel if you type like CG Learning, CG space learning, and it will have like a Pepe the Frog icon. So that's mine, and I will be doing all that.
I'll be definitely checking that out. I highly suggest you guys do too, because there's a lot to learn from Jose.
Yes.
And Jeremy, you're obviously Studio Zaid on Twitter, right?
Yes, sir. And Zaid Studios on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook.
Guys,
trying to get that channel on my side to Joe's beauty and polished, pristine. So go over there and sub and like the this channel too if you haven't already. Like this video, all that stuff that they tell you to do.
Yep. Go check out.
Oh, there's Cloud.
Yeah, Cloud's coming in to say the goodbye to everybody too. So check Jeremy's channel out, and also sub for our channel. We are so close to 1,000. Really appreciate if you could, get us over that hump, and then we'll really do like a marathon stream and get the hours up too. So have a great night, guys. We're gonna close this out with a little teaser of the music for Star Circuit.
Thanks,
Peace
Jose.
out.
Thanks, guys, for having me. I see you. Healthy chat, healthy crackback, and on stream.
That's right. Peace.